I got PTSD from the last time this team drafted a 19-year-old. And his name, Mark Spears, if you're listening, his name was James Wiseman.
Right.
I can't do that again.
Not even for a guy who's played pro for 3 years, as opposed to Wiseman, who played 3 college games, and I think 2 were Division II.
Oh, my man.
Like, this guy's been playing pro basketball.
I just don't think they want more like a good taco salad. You got to have good seasoning. And I think they want a seasoned guy already that went through his puberty in the NBA.
Okay. Yep. All right.
I could be wrong.
The other thing is Curry's contract coming up.
The chef.
You willing to eat some crow?
No.
Now, I'm worried about you on this one because it's going to go the way that a lot of people say it's going to go, a la Evan and myself.
It might. Okay. It might go the way you guys think, but not for the reasons that you guys think.
But you'll never know. You'll be able to. You'll just like this Kerr comeback. You could have your thoughts, but you'll never be able to get proof that you were right.
I am right. He said he was 95% out at various times during the course of last year. He said he told people around him, "I think I'm done. I think I'm done." Okay.
And what happened?
He reconsidered. What do you mean?
He wasn't done.
Right. But
it
you don't
change.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's nothing to see here. With
there's
Steve Kerr.
There's always
and what his motivation might be, and how he may approach the next 2 years. There's nothing to see here.
Well, I think the number one goal of his is get this team back to being competitive.
You know what? Prove it to me. Prove it to me. Why would that have changed from last year?
What I got to work with and who's available and what the front office does.
If you want to know like how I'm starting to feel right now, I'm telling you.
I do.
He's talked about a fading dynasty. He caught grief for it.
No, he shouldn't have. He's telling the truth.
He talked about a fading dynasty. Then he talked about being done. And 3 weeks after he goes through a year of this, now he's coming back and they're all aligned. I'm not buying it.
I respect him more.
I'm not buying it. Well, I'll respect him less if he's coming back for the wrong reasons.
But when will you be able to, even if they fall off?
I'm just telling you right now, I don't like it. I don't like it.
I respect it because he could have jumped off the boat.
You know what? Maybe Joe Lacob wouldn't have let him jump off the boat. I'm just saying, I don't like the circumstances and everything I've read and all his quotes about why he's coming back. I'm not convinced he is overly enthusiastic about it. I'm just not.
I'll say this. He has the easiest disguise because he is not responsible for grabbing one rebound, making one shot, guarding anybody. He doesn't play. I mean, the Warriors are going to, how we determine what they are and if they bounce back is going to be the responsibility of the players. That's bigger than him.
Right. So you got to understand what you're saying right now. I can use as ammunition why he shouldn't be back. If you're telling me it's not about the coach, well, then let's get a coach in here who's gung-ho about the next 2 years, even if he knows it's going to be a struggle.
Well,
like
when
Steve,
you talk like
here's why I'm worried about Kerr. Because NBA guys know that when they're in trouble, or like when a team's... Steve knows they're in a little trouble. Right. He knows it. And the minute that things start to
they've already happened. We're in the hours of that. These dudes.
So you think the next 2 years is going to be smooth sailing?
No, not at all.
Okay.
And that's why I respect him for coming back.
So he's going to lose it again.
No, it sounds like you're questioning, or you're saying, I'm making this up, but it sounds like you're saying Joe and Mike fell for the banana in the tailpipe as if Kerr had to trick them to think he's all in. Maybe. I believe he's all in, and he's taking on.
So he got all in 2 weeks. That's fine. He got all in 2 weeks.
Steiny, you've made difficult decisions in your life. You've made a million of them.
Let me ask you this.
I'm sure it was up and down, yes or no, and he earned the right to take it down to the last second.
Don't try to tell me he's enthusiastic about it. He's all in. And we're good to go for 2 years. You don't go through it. Like,
why would you be skeptical? And why would I tell you that? I can't tell. Like, the dude signed up for the job. Any employee that shows up means they want to work. This dude's been with me for 13 years.
It doesn't necessarily mean that. It doesn't. And I'll tell you why. You know, I'm 61. I ain't going to be doing it forever. Okay? So, Steiny, how long are you going to be doing it? A year or two? I don't know. Okay? And then I'm telling you, Goo, between you and me, I can't, I'm done.
But you're showing
for the last year, I've told you, Goo, I'm telling you, I'm done.
I got you.
Okay, and then you're like, Steiny, you just signed a 2-year deal. How come? You know what? I just decided I'm not done. Well, what do you mean? Why? Well, I just love working with you so much. That's a lie.
Right.
Because I do love it, but clearly in the last year, if I'm like,
I got you.
Steiny, I think I'm done. Like, okay, and then I sign a 2-year contract. It's not going to be smooth sailing for me.
You're not going to come in here in your robe or your boxer shorts. You're going to come try to do the best show you can do. Right, but
like all the issues of the past don't go away.
Well,
like they just don't go away.
Yeah. I'm just taking the man at his word. He's been in the bunker. And when I say bunker, the wars with Draymond and Steph, he doesn't have to resell himself to those guys. And he doesn't have to, damn sure to me, do that to Joe and Mike. This is a guy that played. This is a guy that won.
It's a marriage of convenience. This is a marriage of convenience right now.
My respect has grown because this is a bear of a transformation the other way to being back in contention. And you know the rat on the table, brought to you by Echo Pest Control. Right now, I bet the odds are they don't get back.
Exactly.
So easily somebody that
so
didn't
you're
have
paying a guy $20 million for a team that's not going to get back to the playoffs. Like, for what?
Let me ask you this.
They're I don't like their reasons.
But are you ever going to be proven right? How are you going to judge Kerr after every? I'm asking after every game or every hit with Willard and Dibbs. How are you going to know?
We did all
Steve
of
Kerr
last
is
year.
All the way in.
We
you
did
take
last
a man
year.
At his word.
Last year we went through the entire year and at various points said he's lost his enthusiasm.
But we
yes
were
or
wrong
no?
Because he's we were wrong.
Did he lose his enthusiasm at times?
I can't answer.
The answer is yes.
Okay.
How can you not lose your enthusiasm if you're 95% out at the end of the year?
But that didn't defeat him.
Okay.
So his love for the game won out.
That's what you think, and I'm not here to tell you you're wrong.
Yeah. I'm asking, how are you going to are you going to judge him any differently now that he's coming back from 2 years, and because he does not play or have the ball in his hands, what are you looking for to say, hey, Goo, this guy's all in? I'm looking at his track record, the guy that
he said he had a bad year. He said he had a bad year last year.
Some people
got loose. Yeah. He let guys. Yeah. He lost discipline.
But he signed that contract.
Do you think next year's going to be different?
No, it could be worse. It has the
ingredients. No, I mean Steve Kerr. Do you think we're going to be like, wow, that's a different Steve Kerr?
I know you think I'm just saying this, man. It's a nothing burger. He's going to be a professional and an NBA head coach who knows the job, but because he's sharing what's going on inside of him doesn't make it feel like if he was really that, like Stan, I think you're hanging on every word too much.
Okay.
Let him breathe, let him coach. That's not our problem. Our problem is who he's coaching and who he's not coaching.
I want a coach who's coaching for the right reasons. And
who are you to say he's not?
I'm saying I'm very skeptical after everything I've learned in the last four days and what he has said about why he's coming back and why they want him back.
But that's minute compared to the problems on this team.
Okay.
It's minute that you're...
I don't want a coach who's not committed.
But I got you.
I don't believe
that's how you feel, but you're wrong. I don't think you're right.
Okay, well, I don't believe you can go from 95% out to 100% in for 2 straight years. I just don't believe that. Like, what's going to go away? What's going to make him not frustrated this upcoming year? What's going to make him
Nobody's saying he won't feel frustration. I like that.
Okay, what's your guarantee? Why will he have a great year next year when he had a bad year this past year, according to him?
Well, I'm going to say this to that. He critiqued his own self and gave him a bad year, and I love that because he judged it along with his team, and they had a bad year, so he lumped himself in. I'm just telling you, Steiny, if you are basing this off you getting sleep, you will not sleep because you'll never know if you're right or wrong.
I know what I know, and I'm telling you that This was the path of least resistance for everybody. And I think it even for Steve Kerr, because I do think he was done, but...
And I don't say you're wrong on that, but he came back.
And it just goes away in your mind. That's what I can't...
It better. And he didn't just ink 1-year deal. He inked a 2-year deal.
That is another problem. So a guy's 95% done, and now you give him multiple years.